guys? It's Rye Ludwig with Midwest Whitetail. We're out here on a set that we just hung this afternoon. It seems like it's going to be pretty good. Middle fencer between some standing corn and some beans they cut about a week ago. So we're pretty excited for this. I've been seeing some deer on camera over here. We just put a camera in here, I guess the 13th October. Getting a lot of bucks hitting this scrape right up here. Nothing to write home about yet. Couple good up and comers, but we're thinking it's going to be a good spot. The landowner said there's been a good buck out here chasing does. He couldn't really identify the deer. I know there's a good 8, well technically it's a 6 point legally because the brow time's right like that. Real framey, tall deer, good mass. Good up and comer we're excited about, but it's also a 10 point called Brutus who came over from here during the summer. I know he kind of lives over here. Anyways, I get to the point we're gonna have a good hunt tonight, I have a feeling. So still got a high barometer. Well, not necessarily high, but it's rising, and that's what our goal is right now. So landowners out here on the 4-wheelers, I might be coming up here. I'll see what he's got going on, but stay tuned and keep watching Midwest Whitetail. Well, we just had one of our 3.5-year-old 8s, probably like 250, 300 yards out. He was messing, we postured up, you can see his ears laid back in the video, and he walked up to this little buck, I think it was a little 4 point, and when he postured up, I figured, well, let's snort with you, see if we can get him in and get some decent footage of him. I didn't think it was a shooter, and once I put the binoculars on him after I stopped filming, you could tell he wasn't a shooter, but it's good to see horns. So he didn't short of posturing up that little buck, he didn't really show too much as far as rut activity though. He come out, he's feeding in the beans, and landowner took his trash cans down the end of the driveway, and he kind of trotted off down to the bottom where Teddy got killed. So Abby's hunting a good spot tonight. Hopefully she gets on something. So it should be about dark over there for her, and I haven't heard from her, so hopefully she's been seeing some deer. So if I don't talk to you guys, if we don't have nothing to happen the rest of the night, thanks for watching with Midwest Whitetail. We'll be back with you guys tomorrow on Halloween.
So good evening, I'm Tabb Justus. It is October 26th, and we are here in my home state of Pennsylvania. Just got through a week of muzzleloader hunting, which is an early season doe only. There's not a lot of bucks to choose from here on this property, but you never know what the rut's going to bring in. So we're going to sit back, relax, and see how the evening goes. See his big brother called Mr. Deer. Adjusting the camera, and he got real skittish and kind of went out at like 25 yards, and so I split my 20 and my 30 and I launched it right over his back. I don't know what happened. I can't believe that. It was a chip shot. I don't know if I had bad anchor point. I don't know. But certainly didn't hurt him, that's for sure. first buck in Pennsylvania that I've even attempted to shoot in so many years with a bow. He's not a monster buck, but he's a good little rack buck. And I'm getting rotator cuff surgery done here in a couple weeks. So I thought I'd give it a whirl. I just can't believe I muffed that shot. Oh well, another day maybe. There's another one. That one. So archery hunting is a lot of highs and a lot of lows. I had a buck come in, I muffed the shot, launched it right over his back, almost skimmed his back. I have no idea what I did wrong there. But then I had two does come in. The one that came in where he left was really skittish. I don't know if she could smell where he left, smell the arrow that was sticking right beside her, but she was real skittish. And then all of a sudden another doe came right out in the food plot. She was like 25 yards out, and I just felt like I needed to redeem myself. So I whacked her a little bit ago. I did watch the footage, and she did duck a little bit. She was a hard quartering away shot. I hit a little higher than what I'd like to, but it should have come out right behind the shoulder on the other side. I don't even think I hit the shoulder. I think it should have went diagonally right through both lungs. I did not hear her pile up, so I'm just going to, I guess, slowly get down here and pack up and see what the arrow says. And we'll go from there. Oh yeah, that arrow looks good. Well, I guess you could say it was one of those nights where you had a good night and you also had a bad night. I missed a little rack buck. It would have been a great buck for me to take here in Pennsylvania. Don't know what happened, launched it right over his back. But sweet redemption, a little while later, two does came in. And this one gave me a really hard quartering away shot. And it worked out really well. She ran about 100 yards and piled up. And I just found her. It's dark, but she'll do just fine for my bologna meat. So thank the good Lord for a good night in the woods. Thanks for watching Midwest Whitetail.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Midwest Whitetail. It's Friday, October 30th. Just snuck out of work here early, and we're here in southeastern Pennsylvania. And just had a big front come through. Temperatures 2 days ago were almost 70, and now we have a high of 45 today, and it rained all day yesterday, so I expect these deer to be on their feet this evening. We're back here on this ridge that many of you, if you've watched my hunts before, I hunt this spot often, especially as we get closer to the rut. It's a ridge that drops down into a creek bottom here, and any north winds just blow the wind straight back towards the houses here, so it sets up really good for a north wind. So we're going to sit tight here. I've had pictures several evenings and mornings of this cooler 5x3. He looks to be about a 3.5, 4-year-old buck, so usually don't get too picky on age. 4-year-old deer is pretty good deer for these suburban areas and all the pressure around it, so would like to get an eye on him this evening and bring you everything we see. Thanks for watching. Well guys, that was a pretty cool encounter. That was the buck we were here to see. First deer we saw. He came right up here right in front of me at 27 yards, and I just wasn't feeling the shot. He looks closer to that 3.5 range, and there are a few bucks around that are older. They're not near as consistent as him, but with some vacation time off from work here the first few weeks in November, I just wasn't ready to take the shot, so wasn't feeling it. Gonna hold off for now. Definitely not a deer that I would not be proud of taking, but I'm gonna hold off for now with only one buck tag in Pennsylvania, and we'll bring you the rest of the action of tonight's hunt. But they're definitely on their feet this evening, and it was cool to finally see that deer in person. Well guys, it was a great evening in the woods. I'm gonna keep it down. I got that buck I passed earlier right here about 200 yards. I'm gonna let him know that I'm hunting in here, especially since I still haven't decided if it's a deer that I'll put my tag on or not. So really great to see some older age bucks. I had another cool lake. He looked like a 3 on one side and then one long spike. And he was rubbing the heck out of this tree up here, so that was cool. You'll see some of that footage. But I'll bring you the rest of the action we see tonight, and then thank you for watching, and we'll keep you updated as the rut picks up. Looking